Alright.
Alright, Chris. I'll go back to sometime.
Alright. I'm gonna do a video today. Kind of looking at looking at all this stuff I used to like, you know, back in the day, all the geeky, nerdy things I used to like. So now I got the camera working. We're gonna go over to my room. I'm gonna show you some of the good.
Look at Hawkeye baby.
Alright. What do we got?
Hold on a moment, camera. You ready?
Who's Hawkeye, by the way, Amy?
He's on shocking the central freak.
I'm gonna show him.
Look how cute he is. Oh, he's so bright. He's like holy white.
I'm going to show you guys a little bit of Fighting Sensu 3. Actually, I'm going to go right down my computer. It used to be a game me and my sister used to play all the time growing up. It's a really good game. Basically, it's kind of like any kind of fantasy role-playing game. A lot of fun. Probably defined a lot of my middle school and early high school years. Me and my sister both beat it at least, I know I beat it like 7 times. I think my sister's beat it over 15 or 16. Hopefully you can see me pretty well. I'm holding the camera. Alright, well, let's see, where can I start? Well, I guess I'll start with this. I was watching one of my friend's videos, and she and her friend Billy were doing this Nerd Geek Appreciation Day kind of awareness kind of thing. And so she just went through and kind of, you know, talk about what she really liked, from anime to manga, Pokemon, Lord of the Rings, a lot of different things that kind of made up, you know, her life or has contributed to where she is now. So I'm going to share a little bit of the stuff that's influenced me. I will say a lot of this stuff, even though I used to be really obsessed with it, now that I've dedicated my life to living for Jesus Christ, a lot of this stuff kind of has gone to the wayside because it's hard to serve, you know, 2 masters. It's hard to live for the world and live for Jesus Christ. So a lot of stuff, you know, I don't pay attention to as much, but I still have it. It's still something that contributed to, I guess, really who I became. So let's start with this. I'm a big fan of anime, like my friend Hope was. So basically anime, Japanese animation, really good stories. These are all more the ones that really meant a lot to me or that I really liked. Oh wait, I forgot one over here. This is another one of my favorites. Dot Hack, Legend of Twilight. Once again, I'm really big into, you know, techie kind of stuff. I grew up watching tech TV, you know, Screensavers, X-Play, Martin Sargent, Unscrewed. So I've always been part of the kind of tech culture, and this kind of is like anime that deals with being inside of a massively online role player game. Oh yeah, I kind of like another anime I forgot to mention was Digimon. You know, growing up as a kid back in the 90s, Digimon came out at the same time Pokemon did, but Digimon was a lot better, had better characters, and the story was good. I also was a big Star Wars fan growing up. When I was younger, I saw the original Star Wars movies, and it kind of got me back into it. But as I kept, I guess, in the Star Wars fandom, I realized they had all these books, and these books that were like the expanded universe, and just kind of went before the trilogy and after the trilogy. One of the series I really liked was The New Jedi Order, which is probably one of my favorites. It was like almost a 20 book series, like going 20 years after the original Star Wars. It was just really good. Really liked the stories, like the characters, good plot development. So Star Wars really, you know, became part of me. The Star Wars, you know, role-playing game by Wizards of the Coast, which is actually made by the same people who did Dungeons and Dragons. So, you know, for a while I was really into the role-playing game, and you know, and it's a lot of fun because it is cool being able to use your mind to create, you know, your adventures. But you know, once you do more research into games like Dungeons and Dragons, and you know how much it starts to take over people's lives and the occultic nature of it, you know, you really just gotta take a step back. One of the things I really liked in high school was a game called Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, everyone started out playing Pokemon cards, and yeah, you know, other kind of card games, and yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! In high school. So I have my deck box to show everyone. This is something that actually my friend Hope made for me back in high school. She my deck box was falling apart, wasn't that good, so she took this home and made it. As the Dark Magician Girl, has Joey Wheeler, has Yugi, Merrick, and Bakura. So you know, this is one of my possessions that I always held on to and kind of just liked it. It really became something by at least my 10th grade year that really obsessed my life. They had like the Dark Magician of Chaos, really cool. You had my favorite was the Dark Magician, and you had the Dark Magician Girl. Kind of, I like the challenge of trying to beat people, you know, trying to put together cards and decks and strategies, you know. So that was kind of cool. I like to laugh a lot. So there's this one show that someone did called Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged Series. And Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged Series actually take the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, they do voiceovers and shorten it, and they change up and make new episodes. That's Tristan.
Gives me super strength. Holy shit, it really does. Hand over the boy, just fine.
Let's see.
Why? Because I'm evil.
Tristan's really stupid, so he acts like a little child sometimes in the show.
But why?
And so like the dumbness of Tristan really, is just really funny. I'm just going to show you a few more parts.
Look out, my Mokumo. My voice knows Kung Fu. Oh, bugger.
Probably the funniest part of this show with Tristan was his voice, so they always made jokes about his voice.
Carelessly in a random direction. Go, Millennium Frisbee! If you else, the sun will rise. What the f*** does that mean? If it's any consolation, the sun will be up in a few hours.
Which I'm going to show you.
There goes Spider-Man. Oh, stop it. Does anybody here actually believe
This is good,
for 1
too.
second that this guy is a ghost? I do. Anyone besides Tristan? I do. You're flirting with my
His last part.
It's time we settle this like
They're really good.
Woohoo, that's right. No, not like that. Murder instinct? No. Naked pillow fight? No, don't give up. I'm going to beat you, Vi, and when I do, it'll prove that women are equal to men. I'm serious. Take off your clothes. Nothing can destroy friendship. It's the most powerful force in the universe. It's even stronger than Chuck Norris. The worst.
So yeah, anyways, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a big part of my life, and anytime I want a good laugh, watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series. It's pretty good. As far as other things like video games, I showed you a little bit of Sonic and Necessity 3. Me and my sister really liked. We had games like Chrono Trigger, all the Sonic games, especially Sonic 3 and Knuckles was good. Me and my sister really liked Yoshi's Story. Here's the official Nintendo Player's Guide. I'll open it up, let you see some pages. But, you know, for some reason, me and my sister really just developed a liking for the Yoshi character, and this game was just one of those games that was just a lot of fun. I was also a big fan of martial arts, so like Shogun Assassin, Lightning Swords of Death, the original. My favorite one was Slashing Blades of Carnage. Just excellent fight scenes, excellent story, cinematography, really good stuff. So that's I guess a little bit of my past, what I grew up on. As you can see, I had a pretty big imagination. I like to read, I like to watch fantasy movies, anime, anything that kind of stretched, you know, the limits of my imagination, and I think that's what made me such a creative person. I think that's why I wrote stories, poetry, I wrote my own raps, I did my own hip-hop, and, you know, I was just really creative, and, you know, so it's good to look back, and I can understand, you know, why these things are so addicting, I guess, because this really was who I was before I came to Christ, and I had another purpose for, you know, another purpose for life. But well, that's about it. I just wanted to share with you guys, you know, what I liked, what I was all about. I probably missed a few things, and then I'll probably think of a few more after I get done with this. But that's about it. I wanted to show you some more videos. So thank you so much for listening, and I guess happy Geek Nerdy Appreciation Day a few days ago.